All right, Jourdan, welcome to the podcast. I'm so excited to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
I am pumped. I'm excited to be here. I cannot wait to just chat with you and get real and
Yeah.
just be open. I'm excited.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to be talking about some good stuff today about actually asking for the sale in your content. I feel like it's a little bit in your face, but I kind of love it. So let's get the party started. Before we do that, introduce yourself and what it is that you do.
Totally. So, what's up, y'all? My name is Jourdan Guyton. I'm a content coach and strategist teaching female coaches, consultants, and service providers how to create profitable content on Instagram. So, if you're ready to grow your audience, your authority, and increase your income, that is what I do. And I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everybody who doesn't want to build their authority, grow their audience, scale their business. Who doesn't want that? I'm pretty sure that's everybody. So if that's you, you're in the right place. You hit play on the right episode. Okay, let's actually get into it. When you say asking for the sale, I mean, I think of like that old slimy way of marketing, like buy today and you get this for free. Could
Yep.
not be more wrong. I know. So, like, give it to us straight. What does that actually mean of asking for the sale in your content?
Sure. So I mean, yeah, that is definitely a cringe-worthy type of
Yes.
visual, right? I think that asking for the sale is just really being a bit more confident in talking about your offers and your services, right? I think that us as buyers, and correct me if I'm wrong, Mandy, but we're getting tired of like click the link in bio, click the link in bio. Like that is
Mm-hmm.
starting to get a bit dated, right? So how are you connecting with your audience and really outlining or establishing what that transformation is after
Mm-hmm.
working with you? Like, what does that look like in the content that you're putting out, whether it be a reel, a story, a post, whatever the case is, and really making that client journey or that program promise very clear to your audience. And I guess asking for the sale. Like, if you want to work with me, there's several ways you can ask for conversations via your DMs, right? DM me the word. Or it could be simply just having a conversation to nurture that current
Mm-hmm.
relationship before even going in and asking for the money, asking for the card, for the dinero, right?
Yeah.
Actually just building that community and building that connection, because at the end of the day, people buy people.
Mm.
And I think that the more that you come from a place of serving,
Yeah.
and shift that mindset of, oh, I'm selling, and you're coming from a mindset of serving,
Yeah.
it doesn't become slimy anymore, right? Because you have
Right.
that gift that somebody's waiting on. You have that release or that pain point that you're alleviating through exactly what you're doing. So when you shift the way that you think of selling, I
Yeah.
mean, I love that you said in your face. Like, I love that. And that's people sell to us every single day. So why not get
Yeah.
your money?
Okay, well, that was a great explanation. I think we're done here. Great episode. I'm pretty sure you just literally covered everything.
Stop!
That was so, I mean, it was all so true and so like straight to the point and simplified. And I am definitely one of those people. I'm not here to give you fluff. I'm not here to give you like the sugar coating and the, as much as I love the icing on the cake, like I'm going to eat that first. But like, just give me like the good stuff. Just give, and that's exactly what you just did. And I also really love that you're changing the mindset from selling to serving. I think you really posture yourself differently when you think about serving or even sharing. Like, take away the word sell. It's going to be really hard for us to attach a positive connotation when we've had such a negative connotation attached to the word selling and sales for so long. Like, everybody thinks, class example is the car salesman, which poor car salesmen, I feel really bad for them all over the world, because like they're just doing their thing and they're just
Right.
selling cars. There's nothing wrong with it, but we just have such a negative connotation with it that, okay, forget trying to change that. How about we just position ourselves to something that does feel good, which is serving. Like, we feel so good when we're able to solve a problem for somebody or share a product that has really made our lives easier, better, or has impacted us greatly. Or maybe it's just making like our coffee so much quicker in the morning. Like, that
Yeah.
seems like there's such a small thing, but like that means I get to have my coffee so much quicker. And that's always a good thing. for anybody that has to come into contact with me early in the morning.
Same.
The quicker Mandy can get her coffee, the better everybody and she will be. So we're good there.
I agree. I think that, also I think as women too, we are very, from an early age, taught to just like hush and not ask for money, or, you're better. What is it? Seen, not heard, right? So not asking for the sale and just, being pretty, or, showing up. And I think that there's just so much power in asking, like, and a lot of times I've seen, and tell me if this has happened to you too, where you've literally just talked about your offer and someone's ready to, they didn't know, they had no idea that's what you did, right? And
totally.
Like, oh my God, I'm ready to buy. What, you do that? What? Hello?
Yeah.
And it's just that moment of like, someone is waiting, someone is tied to your story, your testimony, your truth. And the moment that starts coming out, that's where your people are. That's where there's a no-brainer of, they don't feel like they're being sold to, they're being, like we said, served.
Right, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But there's also a key thing that you said in there of some people just don't know because they haven't heard it yet. I was talking to a content strategist, and she said that people have to hear things on a psychological level. They have to hear things between 7 and 11 times, which, like, that's quite a few times that we feel like we're saying something. But in all actuality, like, that person has to hear it maybe that 7th or 8th time to be like, oh, Jourdan, I didn't know that you did that. Or Mandy, I didn't know you offered that, which to us is like, girl, really? I'm talking about it all the time.
Every day, right? But you think about it, right? When your page is growing, 10 followers or 100 followers or 1,000 followers, whatever the case is, that 7 to 11 or 10 times starts all over again. You're back at 1. You're literally back at 1. So you have to do it 11 more times or 8 more times or 10 more. And the next day, guess what? You got another one where you're starting from 1 again. So
you can't assume. You can't assume people just know what you're talking about. That's so good.
I agree. Ooh, I like that. That's really good. I didn't know that. Wow, I got chills. Right?
Aren't those like such like little truth bombs? You're like, oh dang, that's so good. And even what you just said of like, when you get just 10 new followers, all of those 10 new followers are starting at 1. That's such like a brain blow up moment of, oh dang, they do start at 1. Well, this person over here is at 5. Maybe this person over here is at 20. Like, let's be real. Some people need to hear it quite as many times, but maybe it's on that 20th time that they hear it that they're like, sign me up. I'm here for it. It sounds repetitive to us, but to our audience, it doesn't at all.
And I also think, right, people have the choice and the ability to unfollow, right? They have the free will to literally unfollow you. So if you have quote unquote oversold or sold too much or been talking, they literally can walk away and they weren't the people that you were intended to serve anyway. So also know that, like, it is your platform, and those that aren't here for it, that ain't their ministry, they ain't called to just watch and be, they can go, and that's completely okay. Leave room for somebody who's ready to spend time, community with you, money with you, all the above.
1000%. I want to make sure that I give the credit to the proper person that I heard this from, but it's like driving by McDonald's every day and you see that 99-cent coffee sign, and you drive by it every day, you see it, you recognize it, okay, cool, 99 cents. And then you drive by it again the next day. Then you drive by it again the next day and it's still there. Are you pissed at McDonald's for having that sign up that says 99 cents coffee? No,
that's so good.
Right? Oh, I can't. I'm gonna have to, forgive me if you're listening to this episode and you're like, girl, I said that. I'm really sorry. I'll put you in the show notes. I promise. I'm all about giving credit where it's due. I love.
Yeah, man, but you have to tell me when you find out who that is, because I want to say that too, and I don't want to not say it because you're like, girl. Like, seriously, this is the second time this has happened to me. And so just let me know.
Oh, absolutely. I will tell you for sure.
That's incredible. That's profound. Yeah.
Right. That's I love putting these scenarios that we come up with in our brains as business owners, because we come up with some wacky things that you're like, girl, do you know how crazy that sounds? That if you put that in a real life situation, like the 99 cents for McDonald's, that sounds absurd. It doesn't happen. You don't drive by McDonald's like, how dare you sell me or try and show me that you have 90 cents. Like, McDonald's sells food. McDonald's sells coffee and that they have 99-cent coffee available. They're just doing their thing. The exact same thing is applicable to people like you and I that are offering services and memberships and courses or whatever it is that you offer. At this point, people are following you and they've probably seen you talk about it, but it's true to what you said too. They have the ability to unfollow. Most of the time though, like 99% of the time guaranteed, they're just going to scroll past because they're not interested. And that's fine. You're trying to get in front of the people that are interested. And that takes 7 to 11 times. Ooh, that was first circle. I'm kind of proud of that.
That's insane. No, that was preach, please, preach. Well, you even think about like things about getting, you were saying we make up as business owners, we make up the most crazy, outlandish UFO type things. Totally. And one of the things I try to tell my students often is, I heard this woman, her name's Kelly, she had said, stop counting people's pockets. Stop it. Stop thinking that she can't pay for it because she's, she has 3 kids or she just, she's a student, so she ain't got, or she's 19 years old, so she can stop counting people's pockets.
Yes.
You don't know what they got.
That's not your business either.
Not at all. So to sit up there and say, well, I'm not going to sell because they probably can't, you don't know that.
You can't assume they're, Oh, I just got chills from that too.
When I heard that, I was like, oh yes. Well,
but we
I
do that.
Seen, like you said.
Yes, we do that. We get so weird and wonky when we're on the other side because of whatever. And we just think of these outlandish things, but that is also a really key point. You cannot assume your client's ability to spend money or what they're willing to spend money on. You'll actually more likely be surprised. Oh, dang, she actually put way more in her cart than I was ready for. Oh, dang, she got my full signature service or whatever. She signed me on for the next year. She paid in full.
She didn't need a payment plan. And it's here. We just got off the phone. She pulling out her credit card while we on the phone. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy what we do.
And it happens. It continues to happen right in front of our faces, yet we still create these storylines of, oh, I don't know if she's going to buy because, like you said, she has the kids at home and she works a full-time job. And girl, you don't know anybody.
Her Instagram is crazy. She don't take it seriously. And then she's like, yeah, I'll. Do you have anything bigger than this? Do you have anything more exclusive? And you're like, well, I don't, but I didn't create it.
But I can. Oh my God, make something.
Yeah, so it's we psych ourselves out. We count ourselves out before the guns even shot off to go start. To press start. And I think that again, just show up. Literally show up and serve, and don't worry about the rest. One thing one of my coaches said before too was like, if you're hopping on a sales call or if you're selling or whatever the case is, know again at the end of the day that you're serving and they're needing what you need more than you need the sale from them. Once you start positioning it that way, like, you need me, your Instagram looks crazy, or your social media looks crazy, or your mindset is all wonky, or you can't manage your money, whatever the case, you need me, friend. And it's like, if they can't see, then that's okay. Like, it's okay. And really thinking of it that way, and less of like, and it's hard, right? When you're starting out and you need the money, like you're just starting your business, you don't have any income or revenue coming in. So it is very easy to get caught up in that, okay, I'll modify this package just to make sure, and then I'll change this around. So just know at the end of the day, they're interested. That's why they hopped on the call with you. That's why they DM'd you the word content. That's why you message, like, just know that you already have the upper hand.
Yes.
And
you already have
embrace that.
Yes, you already have the go ahead. You have the clear to go. You have the green light. Like, just do your thing and talk about what are next steps. That's it. Oh, I love that so much. Okay, to go back to when you're creating the content that sells right there, asks for the sale, is there a Jourdan formula, or is there like step 1, 2, and 3, or like make sure I check these off that's in those pieces of content that you can share with us?
I can give you like 3 things to at least prime your audience,
Okay.
that you have something or that a sale is happening or whatever the case is, right? So I think it's really important in your content to be very clear to who you're marketing to. Like, who is your client? Who is your audience? What is your language like? Like, you speaking to emerging entrepreneurs versus expert entrepreneurs, that language, that content is a lot different, right?
Yeah.
So ensure that whatever content you're putting out is targeting your ideal, like, dream, like, sis, where are you at type of client, right? That's the first thing. I think the other thing is utilizing live video, and when you are going live, talking about your offer throughout your live, like not just at the end, because people are popping in and out the whole time, right? So whether you're casually mentioning it, like, just stay around, I'm going to talk about CCA at the end, or we do this in CCA, so this is the framework that, like, really, that's something I started doing a few months ago, and it's starting to become, what's CCA, what is it, tell me about it, because we're not waiting till the end to ask for the sale, we're doing it throughout. So don't feel afraid to, when you're on your live videos, throughout your videos, to have your call to actions, right? I think the third thing with your content too is that not every call to action when it comes to asking for the sale needs to be asking for the sale. So what I mean by that is, not every call to action should be about click the link in my bio, send me a DM, A lot of times your call to actions lead to sales by connection, and your connection is your currency. So getting your audience to participate, getting on their level and being relatable with them, and asking them if they've ever felt that way, and letting them know how you've broken through that. It's crazy how many times I've done something like that, where somebody reads my post and says, hey, like, this is happening to me, like, can you help me with it? I didn't ask for any type of sale. I just asked you, like, have you struggled with perfectionism, right? So knowing that asking for the sale doesn't have to be such a direct ask, it can come through building community. I think that's really a beautiful thing.
Oh, I love that so much. That's so good to be able to get, like you said, on their level and be able to share. That goes back to the service part. Like, it's not asking for the sale all the time in such a direct manner. It's just people talking to people. Like, have you ever felt inadequate? Have you ever felt like you're always in your uncomfortable, like, mode? Or have you ever felt really, whatever it may be, but being able to relate on such a human level, that's what I think has been missing in marketing for so long. And it was always just cold message after cold message after cold calls and this, that, and the third, that it's almost like our generation of millennials and now into Gen Zers, like, they know what's up. Gen Zers are like, yeah, you can't fool me. I saw your sale coming from a mile away. Like, they are way smarter. Right. So we, in our generation now, we're like in the middle of, like, the older did that. We were a part of it. We think it might still work, but it doesn't. Okay, we got to do something else. And that's what's been missing this entire time from marketing, is the human connection and actually serving. It takes a little bit more time, but dang, are the rewards so much greater, because they're way more likely to stick around, buy your next thing, or refer you to other people.
The retainer, the loyalty, like, it's crazy to see, like, coaching program, and I'm in my 4th launch right now, and it's crazy to see. It's not crazy, it's amazing, it's God, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, it's connection, but it's beautiful to see when I hop on lives and I'm talking about my launch of the next cohort, and all of my students are like, it's the best money you've ever spent. Oh my gosh, you should, like, it's that's why you do it. That's why connection matters. That's why those are your ambassadors. Those are your quote unquote influencers, right? For the next people to buy into your services, your offers, your programs, whatever the case is. So I really love that you said that. It retains that loyalty, and that's such a beautiful thing. That's what you desire, as a business owner. So.
Everybody does. And even not even as a business owner, like, we just want to be heard and loved and seen. And that's not even business. That's human nature, period. So this is so good. I feel like this is a great place to just be like, wrap it up with a bow. This is so perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to be one of those people and be like, what is your membership? What is your course? What is it? So please take a sec and tell everyone where they can find you, but also work with you and get in on all the good stuff that you have to offer.
Totally. So I am a Instagram queen. So I love Instagram. My handle's at Jourdan Guyton. And I have a group coaching program. And I also just have a lot of free resources in the link in my bio. So, I have a free Facebook group because I'm one for community. I love community. I have a Reels giveaway in there to help you, figure out that you are the secret sauce to your Reels. I've seen your Reels, friend, and they're popping. So, if you ever just want to connect or talk about content, not even just working together, I just love awesome humans. So yeah, Instagram is definitely my playground.
Heck yeah. And I will put all of those links and information in the show notes, as well as the credit that we need to give to the 99-cent coffee
Yeah. Where's
lady.
she at?
I'm going to find her. I feel like it's just on the tip of my tongue. So just know that that's also going to be credited. I'm going to find it. I swear I am. Thank you so much for taking your time today. This was such a great conversation, not even just about selling and how people can just feel weird about it, but also just getting back to what's important. That's human connection and service. So I so appreciate the conversation, the value, and all the time that you gave today.
Thank you for having me. This was awesome.